team, welcome to Ushuaia. I'm in the southernmost city of the world, and today is the first day of summer. I've got a full body energizing workout for you. This is great for those of you that are up north and dreaming of summer. Let's begin. Go ahead and stand in Tadasana. That's mountain pose. So stand as tall as you can, aligning your spine. Your shoulders are down, and you're centering your weight on your feet. Close your eyes if that feels good for you. Make any of the little adjustments that you need to feel like you're standing up straight and working on your posture. Bring your hands to heart center. Go ahead and walk to the front of your mat. We'll start with some sun salutations. Reach your hands all the way up. Fold forward, hands on the ground. Hands come to shins, now for a halfway lift. Fold forward again, raise all the way up for Tadasana. Bring your hands all the way down to the ground. You're going to bring your legs back for a plank. Chaturanga down, roll through to upward facing dog. Now push through to downward facing dog. This is your first downward dog of the day, so feel free to walk it out. Come to plank. Bring your right foot forward, left foot forward, and stand back up. Hands all the way up in the air, get a nice stretch. Now fold forward. Come to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Stand all the way up again. Fold all the way forward, hands on the ground. Bring your legs back to plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And now push through to downward dog. Take a breath here. And let's do it again. Right foot forward, left foot forward, forward fold. Now stand all the way up. Fold forward again. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Stand all the way up. And fold forward again. Hands come to the ground. Legs go back. Plank. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, and push through to downward facing dog. Settle in and breathe here. Come to plank. Bring your right foot forward. Left foot forward, and come up to standing. Let's continue with our sun salutations. Take a minute here, regain your balance, stand up straight. Hands all the way up, fold forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward again. We're going to come up into chair pose, so just drop to like you're in a seated position. Your arms are going to come up next to your ears, so your biceps should be close to where your ears are, but you're not shrugging your shoulders. Shoulders stay down. And feel like you are trying to find the back of a chair. Fold forward. Bring both legs back. Plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Now push through to downward facing dog. breathe into this pose. So hips are going back, your chest is feeling like it's pressing towards your thighs. Let's do that sequence again. Right foot forward, left foot forward. Stand all the way up. Fold all the way forward. Hands to shins for a halfway lift. Fold forward and come right into chair pose. So drop the hips. Knees stay together, as in making sure one isn't going in forward of the other. Hands are in the same position I explained before. So now let's fold forward, back to plank, chaturanga, upward facing, and downward facing dog. Come to plank, right foot forward, left foot forward, and come to standing. Let's do it one more time. Fold forward, hands on shins, halfway lift. Exhale, and come right into chair pose. See if you can sink down a little bit further this time. Nice job, you guys. Go ahead and stand up. Fold forward. And from here, we're going to go into our ragdoll pose. So grab your opposite elbows, because you can't really grab your same elbow, right? And let's go ahead and bend the knees a little bit and just swing side to side. Whatever feels good for you. If rocking feels good, great. If not, just go ahead and continue folding forward. All right, let's come back up to standing. Go ahead and face me. Bring your hands all the way up. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Fold forward again. And from here, we're going to come into our class favorite chair pose. So you're sinking down. Let's go ahead and bring our hands together. And so here you're going to take your right elbow and bring it to your left knee for a twist. Now keep your knees aligned, make sure one knee doesn't go in front of the other, and then press your hands down, and you're trying to get your hands, which are in prayer pose, to the center of your heart. You can look to the side or look up if that feels good for you. Release, come back to center, stand all the way up, and forward fold again. Halfway lift, all the way forward, back into chair pose, hands come to heart center. Now this time the left elbow goes to the right knee, so bring that twist. You're now facing toward the right. Press on the hands so that your hands come to your heart center, and look towards the right. Make sure one knee is not sneaking out in front of the other. It tends to do this in this pose. Come back to center. Stand all the way up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. And come back into your ragdoll pose. So grab opposite elbows. You can hang forward or sway to side. Pick whatever feels good for you. All right, come to standing. Go ahead and face the front of your mat again. Take your left leg and bring it back. We're going to get into a crescent lunge here. So your front foot is going to bend 90 degrees. Your back leg is straight. You're on your toes. Hands come together for prayer. And now we're going to twist. So your left elbow is going to go to your right knee. for a twist to the right. So similar to what we did in our prayer twist, hands are going to come together in prayer and you're going to press down. Breathe into this pose. We're doing a lot of deep twists today. Go ahead and come out of that pose. Now, see if you can balance enough to come right up into Warrior 3. So we're balancing on the right leg. We're making the back as flat as possible. Arms are out like airplane wings. We're working on balance and back strength here. Breathe into it. Drop that foot back down. Now put the left knee on the ground and fold forward over the right for a good hamstring stretch. Relax and breathe into it. All right, go ahead and bring that right leg back. Let's go into child's pose. So feet are together, knees are about as wide as the mat. Stretch your arms forward, forehead on the mat. Just get a nice, relaxing posture here. Nice job, blue team. All right, let's go ahead and come back up. So the left foot is going to be in front this time. Let's come just right up into our crescent lunge. Hands are at prayer. This time, right elbow to left knee, so go ahead and get into that twist. Press the hands together, get an extra little extension and twist into the upper back. And remember to smile and breathe. We're all doing yoga, it's all good. Okay, go ahead and come out of the twist. Now we're going into Warrior 3, so press straight up onto that left leg, balance, right leg is in the air, arms are behind like airplane wings. Your back is engaged. Beautiful job. Drop that right leg, come down to the knee, extend the left leg, fold forward for a good hamstring stretch. And let's return to child's pose. So toes together, knees as wide as the mat. Stretch the arms forward, forehead on the mat, and relax. All right, let's push up into downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath here. Next, we're going into triangle. So take your left foot, bring it forward. Leave that foot where it is. Now come up and face me and have your right foot facing forward. Wiggle your hips out. Now send your hips all the way to the right. Reach forward with the left and let that hand just rest on the shin. Right hand goes all the way up to the sky and pretend like somebody is pulling that right hand up. Get a nice triangle stretch. Your head can be either neutral looking forward or you can look up, whatever's most comfortable for you. Go ahead and come back up. Now both feet are facing forward, so facing the screen now. Go ahead and fold all the way forward. Take your hands and grab the outsides of your feet and pull your body forward. So your arms are almost like in a cactus shape, but you're upside down. This is a nice extension through the upper back. Go ahead and place your hands on the ground if you can. If not, just start to slowly start to come back up. And we're going to go to the other side. So right foot, face the foot to the right. Wiggle your hips out again, send your hips toward the left. Right hand goes to the shin, left hand goes to the sky. And look up. Again, if that's too much, head can be neutral. Just imagine that somebody's pulling that left hand up into the air. Go ahead and stand up. Both feet come forward and fold all the way forward for the same stretch. So grab the outsides of your feet and pull the body forward. Nice job, blue team. All right, let's go ahead and place the hands on the ground. Walk to the front of your mat. You're going to go to plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, push back to downward facing dog. Okay, go ahead and stand up, whatever way feels good for you to get there. We are going to work on some balancing postures. So stand in Tadasana, nice and tall, work on elongating the spine. Back to your breathing. And let's get ready for tree pose. So stand nice and solid on the right leg. Bring the left leg up, and you can help adjust and put it into place, but the bottom of your foot is going to be against your right thigh. If you can't quite make that, make it either above or below your knee, not on the knee joint. Hands come to prayer. And if it's in your practice or it feels good for you, you can move your arms around and work on your balance. See what feels good for you. Sometimes just balancing on one leg is hard enough. Okay, go ahead and release that left leg. Now we're going to work on dancer. So you're going to face toward the right, grab your left foot with your left hand. So it's going to be on the more of the inside of your ankle, and just press it back. This is dancer pose. If you're familiar with dancer, you can go ahead and reach a little bit forward just like I am. Careful with your balance. I'm a little bit off balance today since I was just on a cruise and I feel like I'm rocking still. It helps if you press that foot into your hand. All right, go ahead and come out of this. Realign yourself, take a moment. Back in mountain pose. And let's do the other leg. So left leg is nice and solid. Right leg, go ahead and bring that foot up to the shin or the upper thigh. Hands come to heart center. And then from there, work on whatever balance calls to you today. So either by moving your hands, maybe giving yourself an extra challenge by trying to close your eyes, moving your hands slowly, Whatever feels good for you. It's your practice, remember. Okay, go ahead and place that foot down. Now let's turn to the left. So your right hand is going to grab the inside of the right foot or ankle area, and you're just going to press the foot and the hand together for this dancer shape. Make sure you're gazing forward over your front hand, which should be your left hand if you're following me. No worries if you fall out of it or lose your balance, just like I did. Just get together and come back to where you were. Beautiful job, you guys. Come back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Recenter yourself, take a few deep breaths here. Go ahead and widen your feet a little bit wider than hip width. Hands together in prayer and go ahead and just squat all the way down. If that's too much for you, just go ahead and come right into a seated position. From here, go ahead and just hinge at the hips into a forward fold. So we're not trying to round the back here. This is really working on stretching your hamstrings. And if you can, grab your big toes with your peace fingers and pull forward a little bit. All right, go ahead and release that. Lay down on your back, bring your right foot and cross it over your left. We're gonna thread the needle. So the right arm will go through and grab the left leg around the just lower knee area and pull it in for a nice stretch. Release the legs. Good, switch sides, so left crosses over right now. Thread the needle through. Go ahead and pull into your chest. Breathe. All right, go ahead and release. Now we are at our favorite spot, favorite part of yoga, savasana. I've got a nice long savasana planned for you today. So get into your comfortable position, laying flat on the ground. Arms are out to the side, palms are facing up. Make an attempt to push your shoulders down and away from your ears. And from here, for the next few minutes, completely relax the body. Start to bring your attention back to the room. Start by wiggling your fingers slowly, wiggling your toes. You're in no rush to get up. But take your hands, you can stretch them overhead if it feels good for a nice full body stretch. You can move your head from side to side. And go ahead and roll to one side, whichever side feels good for you. And start to move your way up to a seated position. Do any last movements that you need. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste and blue skies.